India's most prominent historians and among the most consistent critics of Narendra Modi government, has now delivered a scathing assessment of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress leadership. Ramchandra Guha launched a sweeping critique of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress leadership, writing in a widely discussed article. Guha argued that Rahul Gandhi lacks the discipline, gravitas and political track record required to emerge as a credible challenger to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Importantly, Guha is not seen as a BJP sympathizer. For years, he has been among the strongest critics of the Modi government and the politics of the BJP, which is precisely why his criticism is generating such intense political attention today. This is not a criticism coming in from a BJP leader, a political rival, or a hostile commentator. It is coming from one of India's most influential public intellectuals who has spent years warning about what he describes as the institutional, democratic, and ideological excesses of the Modi government. That is precisely what makes Ramchandra Guha's intervention politically significant. Guha is not arguing that BJP has succeeded because of its strengths alone. His central argument is that the Congress, under the continued dominance of Gandhi family, has repeatedly failed to build a credible national alternative. In fact, Guha goes a step further in this article, suggesting that BJP's continued political dominance is also a consequence of Congress party's organizational decline, dynastic culture, and leadership failures. In other words, Guha is not merely critiquing Rahul Gandhi. And viewers, Ramchandra Guha's article is not a casual critique of Rahul Gandhi. It is a systematic dismantling of Congress leaders' political credentials. Guha argues that Rahul Gandhi has failed to arrest the Congress party's long-term decline, failed to build a credible national alternative to BJP, and failed to demonstrate the discipline and political focus that's required of a prime ministerial challenger. Let's take a look at the key observations that have been made in this article. According to Ramchandra Guha, Rahul Gandhi lacks discipline. He lacks gravitas. He lacks a CV. According to him, he is incapable of arresting Congress slide. Rahul is not a PM in waiting, relies on gestural gimmickry. This is what Ramchandra Guha has written. And there's marked inability to learn, not a source of hope against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, viewers, Guha's criticism is not limited to Rahul Gandhi. He also questions Congress's continued dependence on the Gandhi family and argues that the party squandered political momentum by once again projecting family leadership after the 2024 elections. The charge is that Congress still is a family firm. Priyanka's entry undercut the Yatra gains that Rahul Gandhi made via Bharat Jodo Yatra. Dynastic politics for the party is becoming a liability. Congress was wrongly projected as PM in waiting, according to Ramchandra Guha. He's also written that Rahul is not the new Nehru and Priyanka is not the new Indira. Perhaps the most politically significant part of Guha's article is his warning that dissatisfaction with the BJP alone will not automatically benefit the Congress. He argues that even if economic challenges and governance issues hurt the ruling party in the future, the opposition still needs a credible national leader who's capable of converting public anger into electoral support. The warning is that anti-BJP mood isn't enough. Congress needs fresh leadership. Another warning is that BJP is benefiting from Congress party's failures. Modi's biggest allies are Congress party's mistakes. And Rahul and Priyanka may not really be the answer that the opposition needs right now. Perhaps the most politically explosive line in this article is not his criticism of Rahul Gandhi's leadership style, but his argument about who enabled the BJP's dominance. Guha writes that while Narendra Modi and Amit Shah are the principal architects of BJP's rise and consolidation of power, they did not achieve it alone. According to Ramchandra Guha, the Congress leadership under Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, along with what he calls the circle of sycophants surrounding them, also bear responsibility for failing to build a credible national alternative. In effect, Guha argues that BJP's dominance is not just a story of BJP's strength. And this article has triggered a political firestorm. BJP has quickly latched on to it, arguing that even voices traditionally sympathetic to the grand old party are now questioning Rahul Gandhi's leadership. Listen in.
देखिए राहुल जी एक ऐसी नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट और नॉन परफॉर्मिंग पार्टी के जो है वो मुखिया और नेता हैं जिनका अंदर कोई भाव नहीं रह गया, बाहर कोई मोल नहीं रह गया है। और आज जो है वो एक अपने ही साथियों के लिए वो लाइबिलिटी बनते जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनकी मोदी बैशिंग की जो सनक है वो आज भारत बैशिंग की साजिश का रूप लेती जा रही है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी की तपस्या की ताकत और परिश्रम के परिणाम को परास्त करने के लिए आपको जो है वो सकारात्मकता के साथ जो है वो आगे बढ़ना होगा। लेकिन आप 2014 के बाद से कोई दिन ऐसा नहीं रहा जिस दिन की आपकी नकारात्मकता की सोच जो है वो सिर चढ़ के न बोली हो।
गांधी वाड्रा फैमिली के लॉयलिस्ट जो 40 साल से ज्यादा तक गांधी वाड्रा परिवार के साथ में रहे हैं, उनकी भक्ति करी है। अब वो एक आर्टिकल लिखते हैं जिसमें वो स्पष्ट कहते हैं कि राहुल गांधी में कांग्रेस पार्टी को कोई उम्मीद नहीं होनी चाहिए। राहुल एक पार्ट टाइम पॉलिटिशियन है। राहुल गांधी बिजी ज्यादा फॉरेन हॉलीडेज के अंदर रहते हैं और राहुल को भारत की कोई समझ नहीं है। इससे ये स्पष्ट होता है कि जो भी राहुल गांधी का करीबी है वो जानता है कि राहुल गांधी का दिल हिंदुस्तान में नहीं बसता। ही इज नॉट अ सिंसियर पॉलिटिशियन एंड ही इज अ टूरिस्ट पॉलिटिशियन।
The Congress party's response is not merely a defense of Rahul Gandhi, it is a complete rejection of Ramchandra Guha's entire diagnosis of Indian politics. The party argues that Guha is focusing on opposition while ignoring what it calls the far bigger story, BJP's dominance over institutions and the political narrative. Congress leaders say Rahul Gandhi has consistently raised issues ranging from unemployment to crony capitalism, to caste census, to electoral integrity, to institutional capture. They accuse Guha of exaggerating the role of dynastic politics while downplaying the structural advantages enjoyed by the ruling party. Congress says Guha is blaming the fire brigade while ignoring the fire completely. Let's also now, viewers, take a look at Ramchandra Guha's critique of BJP, Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah over the years. Now, in January 2020, he said Modi-Shah regime is most dangerous and divisive. March 2021, he drew parallels between Mao and Modi. He said parallels are there between cult of Mao and the cult of Modi. January 2022, he said the Election Commission is notoriously partisan. April 2022, Modi subverted democratic institutions was something that he wrote. Then in September 2022, he said India lost its way under Modi government. March 2023, he said attempt is to make us mirror image of Pakistan. Then in June 2025, he wrote, Modi's authoritarian regime lasted over a decade. The irony is difficult to miss. For years, Guha's critiques of Narendra Modi formed part of broader intellectual case against the BJP. But after questioning Rahul Gandhi's leadership in the Congress's dynastic culture, Guha himself has become the subject of political attack. Congress netas have come out targeting Ramchandra Guha, calling him pompous and clearly rejecting what he has said about Rahul Gandhi in this article. Listen.
It is the part of politics. One should not take seriously if anybody is criticizing Rahul Gandhi. And almost in every state, regional parties are being dominated by one family. And Bharatiya Janata Party has alliances with all those parties.
Kritika as well as Mohit Bhatt joining us live right now for more on this. Kritika, to you first. Congress party clearly does not even want to go into the merits of this particular article and only seeing this as, Ramchandra Guha targeting the dynastic politics and Rahul Gandhi, making him a villain while missing out the main issue. So this is the main, in fact, argument of the Congress party against Ramchandra Guha.
But yes, surprisingly so, because what the historian this time around is stating is nothing new. Remember, way back as well, he had stated that young India does not need a fifth generation dynast. This is also a statement that he had made earlier in 2020 as well. And even now in this column, he's once again calling out the Congress party for becoming a family firm run sort of an institution. Now, as far as Congress party is concerned, they're completely downplaying his critique against Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He's in fact stated that while Bharat Jodo Yatra did work in amassing confidence and establishing credibility of Rahul Gandhi, it immediately, of course, funneled away and faded away also with his foreign trips as well, whether it is on the issue of the election commission. Yes, there is a press conference on vote chori, but then he again, in fact, goes on his tours to either Europe or to Latin America. So this is quite a sharp criticism that is coming in from Ramchandra Guha, who in fact for a lot of supporters of the Bharatiya Janata Party and of the NDA alliance partners as well, has embodied a sort of pro-Congress narrative historian image. Even in that sense also, he's coming out against Rahul Gandhi currently, making a direct comparison not with just the Prime Minister, but also with other BJP leaders. He has stated that he lacks the CV, the diligence, as well as the gravitas to be a proper challenger, a true challenger to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And the effort that he has shown during the course of Bharat Jodo Yatra, which again, remember, happened quite a while ago, is in fact the similar kind of hard work that any BJP leader puts in. So, of course, this is quite a sharp criticism that is coming in. The Congress party, however, is not heeding to it. In fact, they are stating that this is the way politics works. Once the Assam Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is a true Congress person, Bengal Chief Minister, Suvendu Adhikari, was number 2 in the government of Mamata Banerjee. And now both of them are singing praises of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So what the Congress party instead is now stating, when such criticisms are levied on the leadership or the kind of leadership as well, is that this is the unfortunate state of Indian politics. This is the big charge that the Congress party is making against any sort of criticism that comes against, of course, Rahul Gandhi. What leader Rashid Ali has also gone on to state is that the criticism is not just again leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, but it's also it diverts from the focus and the critique that is required from the Congress's end, from their idea towards the Prime Minister and towards the BJP. Over to you.
Kritika, stay on with us. Let's also listen into this reaction we've got from Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP.
Nobody takes Rahul Gandhi seriously, not even his own darbaris anymore. His party people have no confidence in him. His allies have no confidence in him. And now even the darbaris, the retainers, are saying that Rahul Gandhi lacks the aptitude, lacks the capacity, lacks the staying power. He does one odd press conference, then runs away to a foreign vacation. They have said how he does not have the necessary study, curriculum vitae, or the staying power on any issue.
Let's now go across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt as well. Mohit, now in the same article, Ramchandra Guha has also mentioned that this criticism is far from being an endorsement of the current regime. And he's also spoken about some of the concerns that have emerged in the last few months, specifically the concerns around people at large and how he's made a case for, the requirement of a leader who can unite the entire opposition. And he's saying that clearly that leader can't either be Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi.
Well, in fact, you see, in this particular article, Ramchandra Guha is a prominent historian, and also he's a known critic of the current dispensation, that is the BJP government and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has written in details about Rahul Gandhi's politics. But you see, this has been going on for a long time while the BJP has been making same accusations. Now, Ramchandra Guha says that Rahul Gandhi has taken up an issue of the partisan behavior of the election commission. He addresses 1 or 2 press conferences, but then he goes to the foreign countries like Latin America or Europe, and that is something which is not serious in nature. Now, he also goes on to say that the states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, or the cow belt, as we say, the states that have been the stronghold of the Congress party are now all under BJP because of this lackadaisical attitude that the Rahul Gandhi and Congress party has. Also, he went on to say that in 2024 election, when the Congress party got 99 seats, then there was a coterie of sycophants and people who pushed Rahul Gandhi that he is now PM in waiting, but that was not the case. And post 2008, he also writes that Rahul Gandhi took the charge of the Congress party as somebody who is in the position of decision making. The number of the MLAs of the Congress party have drastically come down. But all said and done, now whenever the Congress party is being asked all these questions, they just come out and they reject all these allegations. But what we see is that it's a time for the Congress party for introspection. That is something that they do not do. That why exactly Assam, which was once a stronghold of the Congress party, went away from them. Congress was in power in West Bengal for so long. They are not in power over there. We should talk about states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. The Congress is, it seems now, is focusing on the southern part of the country, the South India, but that will not be able to ensure that the Congress comes at the center. So all these points are being mentioned by Ramchandra Guha. And remember, Ramchandra Guha is somebody who has been very critical of the BJP, Home Minister Amit Shah and Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
And he's mentioned the same thing in this article as well, that this criticism does not mean that he's endorsing what the current government is really doing. Thank you very much for the moment, both of you, Kritika as well as Mohit. Appreciate you joining us with your inputs on this story.